let's talk about some more urban legends that we read as children but stuck with us all the way until adulthood. I'm going to tell you today about the keyhole one and Zipper Dog. Let's talk about Zipper Dog first. The boy's parents are picking him up from school, and he's so excited because his parents just told him that they're getting a dog. They get home, the dog is there waiting, and this boy is so excited. It's his first pet. And when he goes to pet it, he notices that the dog's eyes just look weirdly human, but he doesn't think much about it. He goes about his life for, probably a few years, just enjoying the company of this dog. And then one day he's petting the dog and he's like rubbing the dog's belly or something. And underneath the fur, he feels a zipper. Okay, so basically there was like a human living inside the dog, pretending to be a dog and like watching this kid the entire time, which is terrifying. Personally, to me, I can't look at a poodle the same ever again because poodles have like weirdly human eyes. And then like a few years ago, I learned about this dude, I think he's like from Japan or something, who like created and bought this like extremely hyper realistic dog suit, and he's literally Zipper Dog. Terrifying. Look that up if you want to have nightmares later. Okay, but the keyhole one, genuinely, I can't look through a peephole or a keyhole the same ever again. I always am thinking about this story after reading it. So basically how it goes. This guy, he checks into a hotel for a few days. When he gets the keys, the clerk says, under no circumstances are you to look into the room that has no number on it. It's on the way into your room, whatever. She just says, you can't look into it. And he's like, okay, weird, whatever. He goes, he checks in. The first night, everything is fine. The second night, his curiosity is getting the better of him. And he decides that he wants to see into this room. Now, the keyhole to this room is large enough that you could look into the room. And so he goes, he bends down, and he looks through this keyhole into the room. And in the room, he sees what looks like a woman way in the far back in a long white dress, super pale, long white hair, turned away. And he's like, that's really weird. But then he gets up, he goes about his day, and then he comes back. And then the next night, he's like, I need to look again. And he looks through this keyhole, and all he sees is red. And he's like, ugh, I guess they must have found out that I was looking through the peephole and they covered it up. So the next morning when he's going to go check out of the hotel, he goes up to the clerk and he's like, hey, what is the deal with that room? What happened? And the clerk is then like, well, actually, a few years ago, a husband murdered his wife in that room, and she apparently haunts it every single night, except she wasn't really like a normal looking person. She was extremely pale and had red eyes. Oh, so her eye was right there. Now, every time I look at a peephole, that is terrifying. I'm just constantly thinking about the fact that like somebody's eye could be pressed up on the other side of the peephole. Oh. What I love is that like we willingly like sought these stories out as kids. Like I loved and I hated hearing about them, but it was so much fun. So if we want more, let's talk about some more. Thank you.